here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Day. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
The Boilermakers are on the move. To the ground with the back.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Carr. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets away from 1. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
Coming up, 4th down.
The Boilermakers have taken it inside the 20. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, they convert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
The offense goes as he does, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Still on his feet at the 35. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He fires it out to the right. It's complete. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Going up top on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. One final play before the end of the quarter. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moran. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Purdue 7, Georgia 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to the air one more time. Gets it out quickly. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Georgia! What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
To the air, it's Day. He'll pull it down. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. He's going to pass. Connection to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, the defense is going to have their hands full. They're going to have to find a way to get this tight end doubled because in man coverage, he's just too much. Nobody right now is able to run with him. Big play there on the corner route. I think they're going to have to start giving him safety help.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking for room. It's Cobb. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Day. Getting some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Boilermakers have this offense rolling. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking for a man. It's Day. Pocket starts to collapse. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Forced out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Crosses the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but
He wants to go deep. Snags it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Dave. Coming after it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Power football with the run. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage.